If you could have any name in the world, what name would you choose? Because the time is coming where you're gonna have to give a name to get into a store for contact tracing. I just went through that right now, and I'm gonna tell you about that. Hey everyone, welcome to the Freedom Lovers Show. I'm your host, David James Rodriguez, and we are building a voluntary world, one relationship at a time. And I just had the most mind-blowing experience. I went into this store, and the guy had the mask. I told him I have a medical condition, a health condition, a medical exemption. Do you respect it? And he actually had a list. So he actually said he would need to see my note. So I showed him my doctor's note, which you can get anywhere, including your computer, and you can invent it for yourself because you're the highest authority over your body. The government doesn't have authority over your body. Your doctor doesn't have authority over your body. Your parents, your family, it's you. You're the sovereign owner, free and clear. This flesh and blood is yours. So I showed him that note, and he's like, okay, not a problem. And you just got to fill this thing out here. This is for contact tracing. Okay. So, what's your name? Oh, Jimmy Johnson. That's my name. I didn't give him that name. I gave him something else. But, oh, what's your number? 555-55-5555. Okay. What's your occupation? I'm president of the universe. Okay. These are questions. I'm going to put the photos in the comments here. These are some of the questions that are actually he asked, and I gave them because I had to go into the store. It's an exclusive store to get a product, and I'm like, this is getting intense. I said, what happens if they ask for the ID? Man, we got to start making these fake IDs because statism is falling apart, my friends. That's what we're witnessing. Just like when the monarchy fell apart, and the kings and queens are like, oh no, how do we control our populace? Let's give them the idea that they have choice, that they choose in the election. Yeah, that will fool them. Then it's not us ruling them, it's them choosing their rulers. That's gonna get them. And then the next evolution past the constitutional republic is individualism or voluntarism. The individual is sovereign. So this is what happens when systems fall apart, is they just start going haywire. And that's what this whole COVID thing is about. It's the system's losing control. They don't know what to do. They got to put fear in you. They got to do all these crazy things. And this is why now you're realizing you're participating in your own slavery. So stop participating. Give a fake name, and you don't have to sign anything. You don't have to give them any information. You are born free and clear from your mama with your help of your daddy. That's what's happening. People are remembering who they are, your unalienable rights or unalienable freedoms. But this is your life, and one day it will be over. So enjoy your life, and do not be tricked into joining their system and just consenting. Oh, here's my name. Oh, here's my oh, look, a little helicopter up there. Can't see it though, can you? So they trick us into consenting and just voluntarily giving them our information and voluntarily opting in. That's what the driver's license and the business license and the birth certificate and the social security number. You don't need those things. Those are imaginary fictions created for control. And if you go throughout the history of those numbers and those licenses and permits, you'll find out they know exactly what they're doing. This is about ruling you and your kids and your grandkids forever. And that's what this whole COVID thing is about. So they're going to try to trick you so that you're actually going to say, give me the vaccine, or here's my travel certificate so I can get on the airplane. Well, guess what? If they require a vaccine to get on the airplane, man, I'm not going to get it. And if they require to do anything else, I'm not going to get it. So this is the question. When I'm talking to these business owners, I went to another store today, and they said, you got to have the mask. And I told them that I have a medical health condition, medical exemption. And he said, she said, do you have a note? I said, yeah. You want to see my doctor's note? I'll show you my doctor's note. And he's like, okay. He said, the fines are really high. I said, how much are the fines? He said, $5,000. Oh, really? He said, if the health officer comes in here and sees you without a mask, then he's going to fine me up to $5,000. And he can fine you up to $500. I said, is that right? Okay. So, if it happens that the health officer or these order-following criminals come up to you and say, sir, you got to have a mask. don't volunteer your name, don't volunteer your information. And get it on video too, because we have to expose these enforcers. They are violating you. It's not okay for them to come up and extort you and demand your name and require you to walk around like this. Dude, hypoxia is a real condition, man. Hypercapnia is a real condition. A staph infection, or perhaps anxiety, or some other type of mental challenge. This is real. PTSD, dude. We have to start exercising it. Anyways, that's why I get all riled up, because we're on the right side of history, and some of these enforcers will quit their jobs, rightfully so. So good job, good law enforcers who quit your job once you realize that you're the criminal in the situation. And people are allowed to do whatever they want as long as they don't harm another person, their property, and they uphold their agreements. That's it. You know, no fraud and no harm. So, and then the order followers who have no moral compass and no integrity, they're going to do whatever their bosses tell them to, and it's going to be very bad for them. So this is why the Thick Red Line movement, thickredline.org, is such a great idea to stop enforcing victimless crimes. You know, if you law enforcers would just protect life, liberty, and property, then you guys would be respected and liked and loved by the people. But you're out here giving citations for fires on the beach, or giving citations for not wearing a mask, or whatever imaginary revenue generation thing that you guys are participating in. And society is splitting, and it's divided up between pro-freedom people and pro-state people, or pro-tyranny people. And we're gonna see this unfold. It's unfolding in front of us right now. So anyways, I just wanted to say, when they ask you for your name, whether it's the contact tracing or the citation for not wearing a mask, you don't have to give them your real name. They have no right to your name. When they ask you to sign something, you don't have to sign something. Your signature is your private property. You don't have to participate in their slave game. In fact, I invite you to help co-create with me and my friends, the people all around the world who are building the voluntary world, one relationship at a time, spreading the peace and the love and the harmony and the mutual benefit and the win-win outcomes. This is where the world's going. This is what's so exciting. And the rulers and the powers behind the Federal Reserve and the military-industrial complex and the CFR and the Bilderberg Group and the Trilateral Commission, all these criminals, Skull and Bones Society out of Yale, they don't like when we talk about truth and freedom and equality. They want to rule us, and they're losing their power. We are starting to remember who we are as humans on the earth, and we're fighting for freedom and love. And they're fighting for tyranny and power and control. And they're gonna lose. And if you haven't seen the new Plandemic 2 by, I forgot the great director's name, Indoctrination exposes Bill Gates. So just like Justin Bieber goes down the street and gets mauled by girls and, oh, Justin Bieber, and they want to get his autograph. I think next time Bill Gates is in public, man, the people are gonna be out after him to go get him. He gotta pay his dues, man. You can't brutalize people like this, man. You got a pie in the face one time, but there's going to be people who are going to do worse things probably, because if you cause that much harm to peaceful people on record, and it's documented in a media production called Plandemic 2 Indoctrination, holy smokes. Anyways, this is the death throes of the state and the criminal cabal who uses the state as tyranny. So understand, if you love freedom, if you love peace, if you are a lover of life, then you're on the right side of history, and you don't use coercion, then you're absolute visionary. But if you do use coercion in your life, in your job, and whatever's happening, you might want to quit and join the good side of history, because freedom is going to win. A voluntary world is inevitable. And the freedom train has left the station.